This Sunday marks International Overdose Awareness Day, and the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department is doing its part to help those struggling with addiction. Majda Berryman is with the Health Department. Thanks for coming in today, Majda. So first of all, Overdose Awareness Day, I think we would be shocked to know the number of families touched by overdoses in the area. It peaked probably in the wake of COVID. It hopefully is going down somewhat, and I know we're doing a better job maybe of keeping the new drugs from coming in. But from what you experienced with the health department, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we definitely did see an all-time high during COVID, and we have been able to thankfully see a bit of a decline, but we're still, experiencing a lot of deaths, and I think one is too many. Between 2023 to 2024, we saw about a 27% decline, which actually aligns with the national average too. So that's good. We're doing something right, but we just need to keep up the momentum.
Has naloxone made a big impact on this in preventing deaths?
I honestly think, yeah, absolutely it has. Programs, especially in the state of Ohio, which is obviously what I know the most about, are giving out record numbers of naloxone and working really hard to target those high-risk populations and areas where we know overdoses are occurring more frequently. And so that work is super important.
So what's the procedure? Health department is, how are you getting the naloxone into the hands of people?
Yeah, so first and foremost, anyone can just come to the health department and get naloxone anytime. We have health educators who can train you on how to use it, and if no one's there and not able to give you a training, we even have a vending machine that you can just go up to and get it right out of the vending machine. No money needed, obviously, and no information collected that way. Other than that, we do have a mail order program as well, so people can go on our website, lucascountyhealth.com, and request it right by mail, and we'll send it right to their house at no cost. And that's a really good way to be able to get some.
So Overdose Awareness Day, that is on August 31st. And then secondly is September 13th is the Chalk the Walk. I know of it. It's a very impactful thing, very emotional for families who have lost a loved one or a friend through drugs. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so we hold Chalk the Walk every year. This is actually going to be our 7th Chalk the Walk, and we are able to come together as a community and allow for people who have lost someone to drug overdose to have that time to honor that life lost. We provide free chalk for anyone who wants it. You can actually submit a name of your loved one as well, and we'll have their photo and a memory of them and their name up on that Jumbotron at Promenade Park. It's a really beautiful event to just remember those that we've lost to overdose.
I would imagine the signs, the messages that the family gives, there may be some pain, there may be some love and tribute, there may be some anger as well. What all have you seen in the time you've been doing
gosh,
this?
So much emotion occurs. I think there's a lot of community that happens, so like you don't feel alone. A lot of people really grieve in private because there's a lot of shame and stigma that goes into someone who was lost to overdose. And so this is a place where you don't have to be alone. You can, be with other people who have experienced that same grief and that same pain, and just remember the whole and beautiful lives of these people that we lost, that I feel like society often overlooks.
You make a great point, because there may be some pain that's within you and your family, and let's say, but yet when you're down there and you're showing love for someone in your family who you lost and you love dearly, and maybe they made a mistake, maybe they had addiction issues, either way. But you see and meet so many other people. I think a big part of anyone's grief recovery is understanding you are not alone. There are a lot of people that are in the same boat as you and have exact same experiences and emotions.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
What kind of exposure have you seen to that?
Well, we do a ceremony every year, and so we usually try to have someone who has experienced that loss talk about that. And the cool thing too is that we do have vendors that bring activities. So all of our community partners, instead of having like a resource fair, which is what you typically see for some of these events and can be a little boring and overwhelming, we make every single partner bring an activity. So it's family-friendly activity. And that actually just creates like this really unique conversation with people. And so some of our partners have reported like that's the best time they've ever had at an event like this, because they're having like a real and raw conversation about someone's life and someone's loved one.
It's more of a celebration of life rather than a grief fest.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
the way it should be. Like, you can't change anything. So at least let's learn from it, move forward, heal, and be with others and celebrate the lives that we've lost.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course there are tears, but it's a really beautiful day.
Maja, thanks so much for coming in.